Hey, what's up everybody? It's the one they call Top Diggity Dog, and let's go ahead and jump into it. I'm comparing the new Infinity Physics engine to the basic engine. And I have NCAA, so I'm going to show some clips of me playing NCAA in practice mode, how it differentiate against the new Madden 13. All right, let's go ahead and get into it.
To the new engine.
Sure. Essentially what happens is, in the past I would have been able to just crash through the line or crash through my guys and not stumble, not fall, but now because we have a balance and stumble system, I have to be very, very careful of where I run and exactly how I hit the hole, basically. So what's going to happen here is I should have cut a little earlier or possibly hurdled this guy, but because I didn't, now you're going to see my guy stumble and fall to the ground. So
tripped over your own guy this time.
Right. In the past, I could have just kind of pushed him to the side. You know, we weren't doing things as realistically as possible. But now you'll see that my legs get caught up. He's going to stumble a bit, try to keep his balance, and he's going to fall.
Thanks, Victor. I love that feature. The balance and stumble system. All right, this is gameplay of me playing NCAA. Let's see how it's different than that 13 gameplay shown. All right, you seen I had a great run. Let's go ahead and break down it into instant replay and see what actually occurred. All right. Keep your eye on the running back. Now, as you can tell, these linemen kind of collided, and they're in my way. They're in my traffic. They're in my traffic view. Look how I just step all over them, run all over them, like as if they're not even there. As you can tell in the clip on Madden 13, they trip. They will trip over the lineman. So that's a big difference. That's a big difference than the old versions of the game, like 12. And even if you're playing NCAA 13, it's going to be the same way. But if you're playing Madden 13, it's a big difference because you got that stumble and balance system, and you're going to have to watch. That's when hurdle have to be one of your key functions. You're gonna have to learn, if you're on PS3, to hit triangle. If you're on Xbox, hit Y. Great feature in the game. Add some more realism to the game. Great thing. I love it. Now let's see a side-by-side comparison. All right, here you go. Madden on the left and the basic engine on the right, which is NCAA 12, even NCAA 13, and all the previous old games. All right, so you see how everything's coming into play. You see which one looked more realistic. Madden 13. All right, let's move into the next function.
Not just a canned animation anymore.
Notice how he spun. He gets hit. I'll zoom in a bit. He gets hit. That leg moves. Ooh. He spins off of him. You see the arm flail a little bit.
Can you go around to the side?
Loose. Sure thing. So he's going to be very, very loose as he gets into the air because he's gotten hit in the air. He doesn't have a leg to stand on, literally.
All right, now let's see how that look on the basic engine. I'm running a nice little running play to the left, and let's see what happens. Got hit. All right, I'm gonna go in instant replay, and we're gonna kind of break that down. See, is there any difference between that and the clip that y'all just seen in the Madden 13 with the physics, the tension? All right, my guy's running. He get clipped in the air. His leg kind of moves, and he hit the ground. This is not a bad animation, but I'm gonna kind of break it down what they were saying in the video, what the guy was saying in the video, Victor. What he was saying is, in the past couple of games, what they had to do is do a great animation. And if you kind of look, I'm going to replay it again. When they make contact, it does go into an animation. It keys this animation. Watch. It keys that animation like it's like for a second. It keys the animation, and that's when he kind of slow down in the air, and then it goes into that animation. They said, but with this engine, it's just pretty much he runs the ball as soon as he get hit. That body part just flail, you know, whether it's that leg or whatever. Check out the side-by-side comparison, and you tell me if you see a difference. Like I said, the one on the right is still a good animation, but we're going to get into the next one. Oh yeah, a read and react system is a great thing to have in a football game. Forget just a football game, a sports game. So I'm going to show you something this play. Keep your eyes on the X receiver, my tight end. Bam, picked. Oh man, oh, I got picked. It always happens, and you might be going, top man, he's seen the ball. You just made a bad play. You made a bad decision to throw it to your tight end. No. Check this out. We're going to run this in slow-mo. Check it out. I throw it to my tight end, and then this guy looked at the ball for like a quick second. He never looked back until then, and he just knows, oh, well, ball's here. Oh, let me run down the field. No, 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 no. This can't be happening in Madden 13. They got to read. As you can tell in those videos that I've shown you. They got to actually look back. Not just for a quick second and put their hands up. They gotta keep looking back and stare at the ball before they can really make that pick. No psychic DBs, none of that. We ain't having that no more. Now check this out. It's another flaw. Look at him. Look at him. Look at him. He don't hop in front of my guy. He hops through my guy to make that catch. That's a no-no. No-no to the dog. No-no. Which leads to the next clip I want to show y'all with my guy Victor. My guy Victor is going to be telling y'all, well, showing y'all about how Madden 12 is different than Madden 13 in this area. Get it, Victor. Tell them what's up.
I'm going to show you a quick video that reflects exactly what we're talking about. So here's a quick comparison of Madden NFL 12 versus 13. So as you can see on this hit, this is a good animation, but we've improved it. But let me point some things out to you real quick. So as you see these guys hit each other, you notice that there's an invisible wall here who kind of stops, and we've lined them up really well, but they kind of don't stop. Look at the line that the guy's standing on when he falls. Also, you'll observe that this leg goes through, and you'll observe that the arms actually interpenetrate as well. Now let's look at Madden NFL 13. This guy's flying way over here.
You can see the momentum actually carrying him across the screen,
Exactly, so momentum is conserved as it always should be. He's gonna fly way over here. Look at that leg. Didn't go through, he's pushing that leg. That's exactly what should happen. If I push your leg, you're gonna move. Same with the arm. It no longer goes through. So that's the type of realism and that's the type of variety that we're gonna carry over to all of our plays and all of our interactions that happen in the game.
Oh yes, and no, you're not dreaming. That is gonna be a reality in Madden 13. It's gonna go down. Oh yes! All right, now let's go ahead and get into the next clip.
I'm here with gameplay designer Larry Rehart. Larry, man, so much to talk about here. And the NFL's become a passing league. I mean, it's all about throwing the ball. One of the big differences I've noticed, the trajectory of the ball. Tell me about how you've designed that.
Well, you know, just like real life, you play with one of the all-time greats in John Elway. The thing that
carried him, by the way. How many Super Bowls did he win before I got to Denver? 0.
But, you know, the thing that kind of differentiates guys like him and the Breezes, the Bradys, the Manning brothers, is their ability to throw the pass with different type of trajectories. You know, every quarterback in the NFL has a rocket arm. They can throw it 1,000,000 miles per hour. But really the difference is the guys that can throw the ball with different type of touch, you know, to drop that ball in over linebackers, in between safeties. And we really, you know, made a concerted effort on focusing on changing the trajectories in Madden NFL 13.
You know, you speak of the quarterbacks, and John Elway, one of the greatest that's ever played. And of course, I'm kidding. He carried me. But the biggest thing was, for me, is watching quarterbacks and the different release angles. You know, you watch a quarterback go through, focus through his reads, and all of a sudden, boom, he'll hit a back, running a little drag across there. Tell me about some of the quarterback options you put in.
Well, yeah, exactly. Like, that's a perfect example of what we changed in this year's game is throwing a swing pass. Last year, you would just tap it, throw a lob pass, and it would go way up in the air and be what our users call a moon ball. And essentially, I would get the running back catching it near the sideline, and he wouldn't have time to turn it upfield. So this year, you just tap it and lob it to him, and he'll catch it in stride and have plenty of time to get upfield and make a play for you.
Now, everybody knows, and when you play offensive line especially, you got to protect the quarterback. And one of the ways you protect the quarterback in the NFL is the play action. Of course, quarterback drop backs, he flags that ball out there, right? That slows everybody down, that freezes those linebackers, then all of a sudden he drops back and he lets loose. Tell me about how you guys have incorporated play action.
Yeah, play action is a huge part of, like you're talking about, in the real NFL. And it's been a problem area in our game. It's been tough to call. It oftentimes led to sacks and user frustration. So we kind of tuned play action in a variety of ways. The first thing is we kind of sped up the quarterback animations, the quarterback handoff animations. So if you let the play action develop, the quarterback will get away from the center a little quicker. He'll get in and out of his fake a little bit faster so you can pass quicker. Another change is just the plays themselves. We had Brad Childerson a few months ago, and he kind of explained to us that, most play action plays, you don't have all 5 receivers going out. So we kind of changed the routes to have more block and release routes. So the running back, after his fake, he'll check and make sure there's nobody coming before he releases. Same thing, a lot of tight ends will stay in longer before they go out. And then finally, we've added a new play action abort mechanic. So what this allows you to do is, if you're in the middle of your fake and you see like a free rusher coming, you can just hit right trigger and immediately break out of the fake, and your quarterback will set up and your running back will go immediately in the block.
Oh, wow, that's a nice feature. Now, when you talk to Madden gamers, one of the big issues they had, wide receiver control buttons. Sometimes a little bit difficult for the average user.
Absolutely. That's what really separates the men from the boys in the Madden world. The Madden Challenge guys, they can do that all day long, where your regular guys like myself, it's more of a struggle. So what we've done this year in Madden NFL 13 is slow down the movement and kind of help keep the user on path to where the ball is going to end up. Obviously, if you click on, your intent is to catch the ball. So we want to kind of help the user and guide them into that direction.
My boy Larry just hooked us up. He filled our heads up with some Madden knowledge right now. But one of the things that he said that is very, very cool to hear is the user catch function. I know a lot of you hardcore Madden / NCAA players out there love to user catch. I'm one of them, and it's been difficult in the past Madden and NCAA games. But in NCAA 13, they have fixed this, and this is going to be implemented in Madden 13 as well. I have a tips video I want to show y'all and get familiar with it because it's going to be in Madden 13. Let's go ahead and get into it.
EA Sports. It's in the game.
What's up, NCAA Football 13 fans? If you're looking to take advantage of the user catch, I have some tips for you. In the past, some of you would never try to user catch on a fade route because you might have been afraid you would take your player off the wide receiver route and instead would leave it all up to the CPU. In NCAA Football 13, we have changed this a bit. When you click on a wide receiver in mid-sprint, we help guide your player where the ball is going to land. So that should help in getting your wide receiver to the right spot, but you're still going to have to go up and grab the pigskin out of the sky. Here we are running a streak route to the right. Imagine the indicator circle here is actually a square. No matter which side of the field you're on, you want to always go to the inside bottom corner of that square to best position yourself for a user catch. Once you're there, click Y for the catch and move the chains. For more expert tips on NCAA Football 13, click here. Or you can comment below and tell us what you might need help on next.
Yes, yes, yes. Kind of sound like DB, Daniel Bryan, if y'all know who that is, if y'all like wrestling. But anyway, I'm so excited about that because the user function in this game has been left out in the code for a while. So for them to say, hey, for all you guys that love to user catch, we're going to help y'all out. That is a blessing in disguise because I'm one of them guys that I don't want the computer to do so much for me. I want to do as much as I can. All right, you feel me? I know y'all do. But anyway, I have the next scene to that playbook, so we're gonna go ahead and get into the next playbook video with my boy Larry talking about the defense. So what's going on the defense side, Larry? What's going on?
Certainly, we haven't forgot about that side of the ball. Obviously, there's two sides of the ball. We can't just focus all on offense, and we've added a new read and react defensive AI system, and what that means is it basically eliminates the psychic DB. The situations where your defensive player would magically spin around without seeing the ball thrown and make an interception or a swat, or he cuts with the receiver even though he doesn't see him cut. So just like real life, Champ Bailey can't make a play on the ball unless he actually sees it happen. So in Madden NFL 13, that won't happen until they see the ball thrown. One of the big changes this year is the ability to disguise your coverage. Last year's game, it was real easy to tell if it was man or zone. You could simply motion a receiver, and if a defender chased him across the field, you knew it was man coverage right away. This year, we've added new zone swapping logic, so defenders will chase across the formation as the receiver goes in motion, but it could still be in zone coverage. So you won't know until you snap the ball, and then you still have to make a read at that point.
Now tell me about this right here, the alignment.
Right, that's another big change. In last year's game, say this is Greg Jennings in the slot, we would oftentimes in man coverage, this would be a linebacker covering him, and you know, that was an immediate advantage for the offense, and we wanted to make sure we use best on best principles. So we're going to have corners on receivers. You know, if it happens to motion out a fullback out here, you're not going to get Darrell Revis covering him. You're going to get the linebacker to follow him out there. So just different, you know, realistic ways that the NFL defenses cover guys is the same that we have in Madden NFL 13.
Wow, Larry. All I got to do is say wow, because that was a lot of information, man. All right, but you see, they didn't just improve the offensive side of the ball. They did a whole bunch of work on the defense as well, and I just can't wait for this game. I told you you was going to hear me say it like a million times. I can't wait for it. But anyway, let me go ahead and show you some extra stuff that I really do not want to see in Madden 13. All right, now my key receiver is 83, my fault. Number 83, he comes over the middle, I pass him the ball, and look what happened. I'm gonna break it down in the replay. Look what happened. He do not make this catch. It's so simple. All he have to do is put his hands out. But he refused to do it. I don't know. Maybe he got some chick on his mind. Maybe he having some girl problems, you know. Maybe he owes somebody some money that's sitting out there in the stands and he got his mind on him. You know, something's going on because my boy's not catching the ball. Look at him. He don't even put his hands out. I guess he said, you know what, 58, he can catch it. You know, I got bigger and better things to do. You know, I get to get off the field after he catch this ball. And nah, man, put your hands out. But he do not do it. And he leave the quarterback, well, he leave the team looking bad. Come on, 83, get your game together. And he's looking back at the ball the whole time. Even when it passes his helmet, he's still looking back at the ball. The ball is in front of you, man. Now it's about to be in the linebacker's hands. But, you know, get off my field. Get off my field and go sit your butt on the bench. All right, this is something else that I do not want to see. Well, well, this is more of an example because they already said that they got all these pass trajectories. So look at this. I throw a good ball, it gets swatted. I throw a good ball, it gets swatted. I just wanted to show that play because that's where they're talking about the pass trajectories. I think they have over 290, something like that. But you can throw the ball over the top of a linebacker or where you want it to be, which is, you know, ideal, right? All right, but that's all I got for y'all. So make sure you tune in to part 2. It will be coming soon, but I hope you enjoyed this. Please comment and like this video. Thanks.
EA Sports. It's in the game.
Hello, friends. Jim Nance alongside Bill Sims, and you have to love this matchup. It's one of the great rivalries.